Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you guys today. Got a good one. We're gonna get into Steve Nelson and Raiko Santana in what should be a really good fight. Sorry, I'm losing my brain real quick. Raiko Santana and Steven Nelson in what should be a really good fight. I have a lot of thoughts on this, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me all on social media. 3D Boxing, 3D Boxing Blog. Join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's in the ticker below. $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. $5 a month gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. It gets you the lock of the week. It gets you asked to book anything. It gets you access to Discord. The Discord, we do the live betting, the updated props, we stream fights. It's an absolutely phenomenal community to be a part of. So join the Patreon today. It's After you guys do that, head on over to carnivorebar.com. That's carnivorebar.com. It's the nutrition of a steak. It's the convenience of a bar. Carnivorebar.com. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move and stores for years. Get your travel, autonomy, and freedom back. That's carnivorebar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right, let's get into after you guys do that, head back to YouTube. Check out Texas Boxing Scene on YouTube. That's Texas Boxing Scene. All proceeds go to autism research and recovery. All proceeds go to autism research and recovery. All right, guys, let's get into today's show. All right. Steve Nelson, Raiko Santana. I would say this was going to be a good fight, but I think it's going to be quite poor. I don't rate either guy particularly high. Now the guy is particularly entertaining, but the odds were intriguing, and a lot of y'all wanted me to do a video on this fight, so here it is. Steve Nelson, front foot come forward kind of guy. He throws in a bit more volume than Santana, but not really. He does show up fairly slow. He's fairly heavy-handed. He does commit to his shots, throws hard. He does get aggressive. He does like to put pressure on, but sometimes he'll get stuck on the outside, and he doesn't really work his jab, and he can't really get on the inside. He's oddly built. He's 5'10", but has a 72.5, which is a 6'2.5" wingspan. So although he's shorter for the weight class, he does have an intriguingly long wingspan for the weight class. He's oddly built. He stays on you, cuts off the ring well, pretty basic in his attack. Like I said, pretty good power. There's a little touch of slickness to him. Like I said, he's not adept at getting on the inside. He doesn't have great head movement. He doesn't use his jab. He's strong. He's stocky and short and strong, and he can get on the inside against some competition, just kind of bulldogging his way in. But his volume drops. If you can keep him on the outside, his volume drops. I can see him just having trouble winning rounds. He's not going to win a battle of a jab, and if he can't get on the inside, he's going to struggle there. He uses a lot of feints and pre-slips, things like that. He's a little hesitant and herky-jerky. It seems at times he has trouble letting his hands go, but although he's a decent athlete with nothing great, but he's a decent athlete, decent movement. There's too much straight in and out. I wish he worked his angles a little bit more. When he's just sitting there behind a high guard, he just doesn't let his hand go, and I feel he's going to give rounds away. He's too straight in and out. No, not enough angles. He can get tagged coming in. He can certainly get caught coming in. Raiko Santana is an interesting one. He's got a win over Chuck Simpson. I would put Chuck Simpson similarly. It was an overtime win. I would put Chuck Simpson and Steve Nelson on about the same level. That was a very incredible fight. I did think through 8, I thought Santana won. We went to the 9th, and I think the right guy eventually won. But he's physically strong as well. He comes forward behind the high guard, comes up and shells up too much. Also, doesn't let his hands go enough. Pretty good skills. Can cut off the rope. Can fight off the ropes. He's pretty good on the inside. He's not your typical kind of Cuban fighter whose inside game leaves a lot to be desired. He has a bit of an inside game. his head's on the line too much. He smothers his work. He doesn't throw enough. He'll show up pretty well. He's got decent pop too, I think. But he's too willing to trade on the inside, where I think this fight, it would be one from on the outside. If he can keep Nelson at the end of his punches, Nelson doesn't jab. Like Santana can win the battles of the jabs here, but he's too willing to shell up. He's too willing to try to just counter on the inside. He's got good feet. He can control distance. He needs to do it. I feel like he gets lazy or sloppy or something, and he's taken out of his fight, and he's too willing to fight on the inside, and that's not going to work with him against Nelson. It can work against other guys. I don't think it's going to work here. This is a very, very tough fight to bet. We're going to take a look at the odds, and I'm going to let you know why. To me, if you can get the over, take the over. If you don't have a prop on the over, to me, I'm going to take Santana on this. It's not easy. Santana's plus 240. I can't take Nelson at minus 320. It's too wide for me. I'm not convinced I'm not convinced Santana's going to win, but at 240, I think it's worth 2.5 to 1. I think it's almost worth it. If you can get a bet on the over, I would bet the over on this. I like this thing to go over. I think this is going to be boring. I think it's going to be a lot of Nelson stuck on the outside, Santana landing some jabs. Hopefully there's a good combustion on it. I just don't see this fight being intriguing. I don't really rate either guy particularly high. But that's how I would bet this. I would take Santana money line. I would take the over if you can get an over prop on it. I would bet that. I don't have that, but I definitely think this thing goes over. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me all forms of social media. 3D Boxing blog. It is September 10th, 2025. From Texas to the world. Thank y'all, and God.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.